First question.
Okay.
Let me have it.
What was the 504 occupation?
504 was a section, the last sentence in the 1973 Rehabilitation Act, that said if any institution or business or any university gets federal money, they cannot exclude people with disabilities, so they have to have ramps and accessible features. Years go by, they've not written any regulation, so people with disabilities were pretty ticked off because nothing was being done. So they figured, well, we'll get some attention. So a whole bunch of people went to the HEW building in San Francisco and just took it over. They were there for a month.
28 days, right?
Yeah, the government or police cut off the phone lines. So people inside who knew sign language signed out the window to deaf people to tell them what they needed, food or medicines or stuff. And the t-shirt that has a person in a chair with chains, and it's like 504 Unchanged, they were angry. Kitty Cohn actually was one of the main organizers of the sit-ins.
I know she was a lesbian. Was she politically active like that?
Yeah, she was an out lesbian for pretty much her whole life. She was 33 years old when she got the activist bug. She was really heavily involved in anti-racism and anti-war stuff, anti-poverty. And then when she moved to the Bay Area, she realized there were other disabled people who had a politics around it. What do you take away from what you know about her?
Definitely the idea of working with other people to organize politically, but also as a community, signing to your community to tell them what you needed. There's a sense of familial connection to that, to be using all of those different parts of activism that she had also been involved in, to be synchronizing all of those different parts of her life into making movement.
Did you know the Rehab Act of '73 was the biggest disability rights producing legislation of all time before the ADA in the Americans with Disabilities Act?
This is something that they should teach you in schools, and they don't. I don't think I knew that the ADA had been passed in 1990 until my last year of high school, which is ridiculous. We should know that it took that long.
We're nowhere near where we should be with disability rights.
You're telling me? There's still places I have to walk in the back entrance of because I can't get up the steps, and the only thing in the front is steps. So I don't know that there's really any better way to visualize the getting pushed aside than, no, you can't walk up this way. You can't walk in the front door.
So another part of when they were inside during that month-long sit-in, people didn't have their personal assistants often with them, so they learned to change each other's leg bags and to administer medication. They were there for each other, but they were risking their lives because of some of the nature of some of the disabilities people had. They could have died.
Putting your body and your mind, your whole self on the line, because I know what it's like to be without things that you need medically. It's kind of one of the most awesome exchanges of trust that you can have with another human being, is saying, hey, here's what I need in order to keep living. Can you help me?
One of the far-reaching consequences of it was when they had a press conference. The people who were speaking were the people with disabilities. Somebody was not speaking for them, and that was one of the first, if not the first times nationally on national television, people with disabilities saw themselves mirrored on national TV to see people who had been fierce and angry and demanded their rights. It was really inspiring I get like goosebumps thinking about it.